Oh, you missed the bid by just this much.
I was so close. Got it.
All right. Well, here's your early morning weather alert issue of the day. It's a winter weather advisory. It's really applying to this morning and mainly for areas away from the shore. You can see with our satellite and radar how we're seeing the system coming in from the west. We're already seeing returns of snow through parts of the state. And as we've been saying, there's a little bit of a struggle for these snowflakes aloft. They're falling high in the sky. They hit this dry layer of air before they hit the ground. A lot of them just sort of evaporate before they could reach the ground. And so sometimes the radar sees things that aren't necessarily happening right outside your window yet. But just give it a few minutes to an hour or so, and there'll be enough moistening that the snowflakes will be reaching the ground, and you'll be seeing them out your window in no time at all. It's all, as we've been talking about, involved with a storm system centered out over here. There's a good flux of moisture out ahead of this thing, and that's what's going to be giving us this wintry precipitation as we look towards this morning. And then in the afternoon, there'll be enough warm air that we're going to see it fall in the form of just plain rain for a while, especially in central and southern Connecticut. And we might hang on to a little bit of icing in far northern Connecticut. Where we are seeing some snow, places like Torrington. You can see that at least the radar is picking up on some of that snow happening perhaps on South Main Street, on Route 8, also on Route 202. In fact, here you go, Torrington, we're starting to see that snow fly here. It's starting to cake on the camera, and the roads are glistening and getting a little bit wet as a result of that. No snow yet in Hartford, but pretty soon it will. And when we take a look at New Haven, we're still waiting on the snow here too, it seems. There might be a few flakes just starting to come down from the sky, but not many. As temperatures are sitting right around the freezing mark, it will be snow, but a wet, sticky kind of snow. Now, what happens later on in the morning is that snow will move to the north, then we'll see sort of a switch over to sleet and freezing rain for a while, and then plain rain will infiltrate by noontime for most of the state as temperatures come into the lower 40s. Then overnight tonight, the skies will clear out a bit. Temperatures will fall back into the lower 30s. A few areas that are wet might freeze up a little bit. So if you're racing out the door on Monday and you're thinking, oh, this storm is over, no problems, just take a deep breath and give yourself a little extra time just in case that side street might have a little bit of ice on it. You might have to stay off the gas briefly now and again if there's still a little bit of ice left over from some of the refreeze. By 9 o'clock in the morning, this is the way the radar should look. We should see still snow perhaps in Hartford up through much of northeastern Connecticut and still parts of northwestern Connecticut. There could be an icy mix just to the south and west, and then plain rain near New Haven. And then the rain line just moves north. You can see between 10 and noon how the Hartford area will see the rain, and then that icy mix will be confined to far northern Connecticut, and you can see how that even that lifts to the north. And then after about 3 or 4, we still see some showers around of just plain rain, but most of the steady precipitation should be over. Here's about 7 o'clock tonight. By the way, sun sets just before 7 now. So there's the good thing about this daylight saving time thing. At least we have a later sunset now. Here's about 6 a.m. on Monday. It's still dark, but it's getting light, and you can see there's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Look how Monday is just partly sunny. It's going to be a beautiful Monday. It'll be a little bit windy, but it will be in the 40s with partly sunny skies. So here's what we think we're going to see in terms of accumulations. For most of the state, to include greater Hartford Point south and east, a coating to an inch. There could be some areas north and west of I-84 that see maybe 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches of snow before we see the switch over to sleet, freezing rain, and then plain rain. In your early morning 7-day forecast, we are expecting to see, other than that, a pretty good week ahead. Temperatures will be running in the mid-40s on Monday with partly sunny skies. It'll be windy. It'll be briefly cooler Tuesday with highs only in the low 40s, even upper 30s in a lot of the hill towns. But then Wednesday and Thursday, readings come out of that. In fact, Wednesday with partly sunny skies, I'm going for lower 50s. And then Thursday, we're expecting temperatures perhaps even into the lower 60s. We see a little bit of sunshine. I think there will be a lot of clouds on Thursday, but there could be some brief interludes of sun with some intermittent showers on Thursday as the system's approaching, and even on Friday, maybe near 60 degrees of showers. So
no complaints here. I like those temperatures.
Yeah, no, I'm going on a limb because I'm looking at some temperatures aloft and translating them down, and some of the models that are like work on statistics aren't making it that warm, but I don't know, we got a good shot at it. So
I'm going to trust you on this one because I like what it says.
Yeah, me too.